Hello guys, my name is Daniel Barboza. Welcome to Duratec's Skit Pan. You're probably wondering, what am I doing here? I'm excited to announce that Tyre Wheel and Tyre have invited me to perform a tyre test between budget and premium tyres. I have been privileged enough to work in the motor industry since 1999 as a 4x4 and high performance instructor for several manufacturers. Today, I'm privileged to perform a tyre test between premium versus budget tyres. So the two vehicles behind me are the vehicles that we're going to be utilizing through the series of tests. They are the latest generation technology with regard to braking systems, which will then put emphasis on the tyres that we are testing today.
Hi guys, I'm Chris Farrer, Managing Executive of Tyre Wheel and Tyre, and welcome to our first series of Tyre tyre tests. Why are we doing this, you may ask? Well, we're in the market every single day with the consumers who are out there buying tyres. I think 80% of consumers probably don't know much about tyres, and very often price seems to be the single biggest driver and determining factor when buying a tyre. So we decided that we would demonstrate to you what the real differences are between budget and premium. Tyre Wheel and Tyre sells a range of premium tyres and products which you'll know well. But equally in the marketplace, we have mid-range tyres and we have budget tyres. So what's the difference, you may ask? Well, that's what we're going to show you today in a series of tests.
Welcome. We are now sitting in a BMW that is equipped with budget tyres. What we're going to do is the first obstacle or the first series of tests. The test is simulating a long, slippery turn. I want you to imagine you're on your way home and taking an on-ramp or off-ramp. DSC now switched off. We're entering the obstacle that simulates a very long slippery turn, and we're going to gradually start to accelerate, and let's see how much grip this vehicle provides us. And you can already see the vehicle searching, and we're only sitting at 45 kilometers per hour and already not quite handling the way we want to. I'm going to gradually add a little bit more acceleration and see what she does. Whoa! And you can see in that instant she actually lost control. So just as we reached 45 kilometers per hour, we had total loss of control. This time we find ourselves in the BM that has been fitted with the premium tires. Now we're going to do the same exercise, and the exercise is quite simple. We're going to simulate a long turn in wet weather. Can premium tires maintain grip at around about 40 to 45 kilometers per hour? It's important to note that I have switched off the DSC. Now what DSC is dynamic stability control. And what we want to do is initially rely on the tires and the amount of grip there is. Should we proceed and see what this can do? What we're going to simply do is maintain a consistent throttle, be nice and smooth, and we're going to slowly start picking up the acceleration, and you can see how it starts to search for grip, but yet we haven't lost control at all. And we are already at 42 kilometers per hour, and you can still see consistently the vehicle is steering in the direction that I wanted to turn. You can see slight searches, but we are still in control. I'm going to gradually pick up the pace. Let's see how far we can get with the premium tire. And so far we are reaching 45 km per hour. Slight step out, and you can see how the vehicle's controlled from there. Brilliant, and to be expected from a premium tire. Welcome to the second challenge of the day. We are sitting in the BMW with the premium tires. The challenge is a slalom. Remember, one of the main functions of a tire is to steer. So steering input provided from the driver to the wheels. Again, DSC is switched off. We are solely relying on tires. Let's see what the premium does in a slalom. So what I'm going to do is we're going to reach 40 kilometers per hour, keep a consistent throttle going through, and all we're going to simply do is just steer through the cones, and you can actually see how the car handles spectacularly. This time we are sitting in the BMW that is fitted with budget tires. We are also going to attack the slalom. I cannot wait to see how these tires handle this challenge. Let's go. You can see I'm really working hard. The car's understeering and I've just avoided the cone, but total loss of control. Steering input is not quite up with the budget tires for all to see. Welcome to the third challenge of the day and probably the most important, the brake test. We are sitting in the BMW with the premium tires. Let's start off with the first phase. We're going to be traveling at 60 kilometers per hour. I've left all systems on and we're going to apply brake at a specific point and see how long in meterage it takes to stop this car. I'm reaching 60 kilometers per hour and I'm going to apply brake at a specific point, which is now, and that's the total distance required. We are now sitting in the BMW with budget tires. We're going to do the same exercise at 60 kilometers per hour and apply full brakes at a specific point. Now remember, what's important to understand is 60 kilometers per hour is the maximum speed you are permitted to travel in an urban environment. Let's see what budget does. We're starting to accelerate to 60 km per hour. Once again, the limiter has slowed me down to exactly 60 kilometers per hour, and all we're going to do is maintain the speed until our full braking point. So 60 km per hour and full brake. We've just completed the 60 kilometer per hour emergency brake on dry surface. We're now going to reattempt it at 120 kilometers per hour. First up, the vehicle with premium tires. Let's see how this handles that speed. Going to maintain and apply brake. Perfect. Right, stop quite quickly. Lots of G-force involved, but lots of control with regard to the tires. So let's redo the dry braking test with the budget tires at 120 kilometers per hour, and let's see what the final results will be. I've got the vehicle in drive. We are accelerating through and we've got to pick up our pace because we are running out of space. Okay, and as she reaches 120 kilometers per hour, she's going to maintain it. And then we're going to apply brake. Okay, so you've seen the testing completed in dry. It's time to up our games and do the same testing now in wet. So the first brake test that we're going to perform is at 60 kilometers per hour. We are sitting once again in the BMW with the premium tires. And all we're going to do is get to 60 kilometers per hour and we're going to accelerate through. Okay, and full brake to ensure that the car comes to full stop. There she is. Very, very slippery, as you could see. Distance definitely increased, but still in control. That is your premium tires. Next up, we have the 60 kilometer per hour brake test in the BMW that has the budget tires. Let's go. And we're going to come to a full stop. I think we've exceeded the premium stopping distance on around about 2 meters or so. That's, remember, at 60 kilometers per hour. Why don't we up this to 100 kilometers per hour and see the significant difference, if there is. Wow, the car's eventually come to a stop, and if I look correctly, there's a 10-meter distance or gap between the premium and the budget tire performances. Now, it might not sound that much, but thinking carefully, if you arrive at an intersection, that's the difference between stopping at the intersection and bypassing it. It is life-threatening. Remember, put your family in the car. Safety is always first. This is the test I have been waiting for. The emergency lane change in wet weather with budget tires. Can it hold the directional steer? Let's see. The tests are conclusive. Initially applying brake in straight lines, there might be a slight difference between the two tires. But fundamentally, when there's any form of steering input, there's a significant difference between premium and budget tires. I hope this has been an eye-opener for you, because I have been in this industry for 24 years and it's a big eye-opener for me. Okay, the results are in. Let's take a moment to reflect of what we've achieved today. We've seen a significant difference between budget and premium. Let's start off with the braking. Although at the slower speeds, the braking difference between the premium and the budget wasn't too significant, as we increased the speed, we saw a vast difference. The most important thing to remember is when approaching an intersection, 10 meters could be the difference between life and death, and that's what I've learned today.
It's the end of a long, fun day in the sun. A bit scary in patches for old Daniel, but yeah, I think the results are very clear to see. You know, Tyre Tyre sells a full range of products, and we do have some budget offerings, and we obviously carry the best of the best. But when it comes to your safety and that of your family, all we encourage you to do is to speak to your salesman, get the right advice, ask the right questions, and put the best tire that you can afford on your car.